Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen. We are here for week 7 of the video. We are up against Puppy Pound himself. First time playing Pup. And I do want to apologise for my video this week as one, it is laggy as shit in the start. I promise it gets better. I've got this sped up so we don't have to put up with this shit for too long. And two, I didn't realise that my audio wasn't recording in this game. So once again, we're having to do post-com. Maybe I should have got Pups side, but I only just realised that it was laggy until I started doing this, and this video is already late. So if you're watching this now, go watch Pups side. It's going to be a much nicer video, but I still want to upload something. So this is what we get this week. I apologise. Hopefully I can, fix my shit in the future. I need to get a better computer. My computer, I'm just using my university laptop at the moment, and I'm working with what I got. And I'm sorry. New stuff coming soon. Anyway, enough about that. We're up against Pup here. Pup's team is terrifying. He drafted like the scariest team in the league, like offensively wise. But anyway, let's focus on the battle. He leads Iron Boulder, which is awesome for me because this thing was what I was like most afraid of in prep. If this thing got a Swords Dance and a booster speed going at the right moment, I had nothing to stop it besides Sugarberry Jirachi. So seeing this thing, I was like, yeah, I'm just dropping a Draco on this. It never lives. I knew it's not AV, and this is Choice Specs Modest Max Special Attack Draco Meteor. So we're going to KO Iron Boulder turn 1, which is awesome. I was very happy with this turn 1. That was one of the things I was most afraid of. Gone. And yeah, Raging Bolt picks up a nice clean KO turn 1. Raging Bolt was very just attack where he can't defend. I just put a Choice Specs on and I knew I was just going to be spamming Dragon Pulse or Draco and picking up a KO every single time this thing hit the field. We did take a lot of damage with that Earthquake, probably a lot more than I would have liked to take early on, but we claimed Iron Boulder for it, so absolutely worth it. Very happy with that. But essentially I knew that Gouging Fire could come out here. He could probably Dragon Dance if he wanted. I feel like Draco still would have done a fair bit of damage, but it never would have KO'd, so yeah, I was definitely a bit fearful of Gouging Fire just Dragon Dancing here. However, we had things in the back for that. Gouging Fire does come out as I was expecting it to, but I wasn't ready to give up my Raging Bolt yet. It does reveal to be booster attack, which is not what I was expecting at all, but pretty scary because yeah, I really didn't defend too well into this besides Gyarados, which is what we went into. Gyarados was here this week for not only this thing but also the Palafin that did end up showing. And yes, you heard me, this guy also has a Palafin on his team. He's got Iron Boulder, Gouging Fire, Terapagos, Palafin and Pecharunt, which is absolutely disgusting. But yeah, Palafin didn't show, so Gyarados was mostly just here to check this Gouging Fire. I could have Earthquaked here and done, a good amount of damage, but I knew that if he was to click Outrage or something here, I never won the 1v1. So I was like, I'm just going to roll this guy out. His booster is burnt. I can probably set up rocks later, which is quite nice. So let's get this out of here, as he does indeed click Outrage, which yeah, just does so much damage. I wasn't completely physically defensive on this because I thought, I didn't really need too much physical defense to wall the Palafin. So it was raw, and Articuno comes out, which is probably the last thing I wanted to come out into my Gyarados. We do get a little bit of leftovers recovery, which is nice. But yeah, I need to get out of here because I do not want to cop a Freeze Dry. He can U-turn all he wants. I couldn't really risk a Freeze Dry at this point in time. And Jirachi was pretty much built just for Iron Boulder. And I am, with that, being dead already, I didn't really care too much. I could just comfortably send in Jirachi. So yeah, I knew either a Freeze Dry or a U-turn was coming out here, as he does indeed U-turn, which was fine. And I was expecting the Gouging Fire to come back out, so I was sort of weighing my options out. I felt like the obvious thing to do was switch hard Gyarados whenever Gouging Fire came out, which is indeed what came in. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to hope that he tries to make a prediction. I know my guy Pup, he's pretty good at reading the field. So I was like, he might not Heat Crush. not wanting to allow Gyarados in. So I was like, I'm just going to go for the T-Wave here. I really need this Gouging Fire crippled down because it's, yeah, just punching holes through my team. As he does Heat Crash, which sucks because Drach is going to almost drop there, but I knew that I lived one, so I was quite happy to reach the T-Wave. Maybe this still was the right play because this thing, yeah, this thing being paralyzed is really nice for me. However, with Drach being so low, it opened me up to something that I didn't respect in prep. Which we'll see later on. It gave me a lot of trouble that, yeah, I just wasn't really expecting. But at this point, I was like, Jirachi's not really going to do anything else from here. I'm just going to opt to get my rocks up. Because I knew that anytime Gouging Fire wanted to come in, it would be taking Stealth Rock, which is really nice. Also, the rocks chip on Petrunt was really nice for some rolls I thought I may need. So I figured that was my best thing to do there with Jirachi, just give it up to get rocks up and a paralysis on Gouging Fire. Probably not the best use of Jirachi, but oh well, it is what it is. So yeah, with this thing being paralyzed, I was like, well, this seems like as good as time as any to get Raging Volt in and just, yeah, attack where he can't defend. I was just sort of doing some calcs to see if I needed to Draco or Dragon Pulse, because having used Gouging Fire and doing quite well with it, it's stupid bulky. Like, it doesn't even need to run bulk, and it just leaves hits. Like, Glamora Power Gem didn't even carry this thing from full, with no investment. Like, I was wondering if I could go Glamora there and Power Gem, but it actually lived and would have threatened me with an Earthquake. So I had to go Raging Bolt, and then, yeah, Dragon Pulse was just pretty free. I think the only thing that can take a Dragon Pulse at this point in time is Articuno. However, Articuno doesn't want to come in on, on a potential Volt Switch or a Thunderbolt. So, yeah, I could Dragon Pulse for free. I didn't want to Draco and get the special attack drop, allowing Hawlucha to come in and Swords Dance. So yeah, I just Dragon Pulse here. I was just double checking it always KO'd, which it does because this is Specs Raging Bolt. Yeah, so Gouging Fire goes down, which is awesome. So yeah, Raging Bolt taking out 2 of his biggest threats in one hit is really nice. But yeah, I was pretty much expecting. Oh yeah, by the way, he revealed to me his Hawlucha to be Terra Fighting, which was a really good bring. I just wasn't prepped for it at all. I also stupidly thought that Iron Valiant was faster than Hawlucha. It's not. I thought Hawlucha was 115 speed, but it's like 119 or something. It's faster than Iron Valiant, which was a bit of a blunder on my part because that meant that the only thing I had faster than it was Glamora. But that was just bad prep from me. I definitely didn't put enough prep into this matchup as I should have because I was already locked playoffs, but it is what it is. We live and we learn. I would now respect Hawlucha more than I did. But yeah, so at this point I was like, I don't have a single switch in to Terra Fighting Close Combat because Iron Valiant will die the next turn to an Acrobatics. Because I was expecting this to be the White Herb Unburden set, which is really his only way to pop the Unburden. So I was like, well, Raging Bolt's done its job. I'm just going to let him go down here. So yeah, he does Terra Fighting, clicks the Close Combat button, and then yeah, Raging Bolt goes down. But Raging Bolt did awesome, so that was fine. Because I couldn't send in Gyarados because Gyarados wouldn't have taken Close Combat into an Acrobatics. But now that his Unburden is popped, I pretty much just like, alright, I want to get Gyarados in, intimidate this, and roar it out so that the Unburden is gone. So that my Glamora can outspeed it. Because yeah, that was the only thing I had faster than it. So yeah, that's what I do. We always lived any hit from this guy just barely. So yeah, that's what we do. We go into Gyarados, we get the Intimidate off, which is really nice. And then we roar. Because yeah, I want that Unburden gone. As he does Acro, we're just leaving 27. I don't think that was a roll. I don't think he ever KO'd. But yeah, we roll that thing out, so that's a huge relief. Thank you, Gyarados. As the Petrunt comes in, which is pretty nice because I always have a free switch in to Petrunt, so I didn't actually need to sack my Gyarados here. Because yeah, Ursaluna just kind of hard walls Petrunt with this set. If he Malignant Chains and poisons me, so be it. I'll get a Guts boost. And he can't Parting Shot because of my Clear Amulet. So I decided to save my Gyarados there. Go into Ursaluna as he does Malignant Chain. And he doesn't get the poison there. I was fine if he did because it meant that I I would have had the Guts boost, and obviously if I broke through Confusion, this Earthquake would have KO'd. He definitely could have gone into Articuno on this turn, but I figured he'd Parting Shot, so I did Earthquake. As he does Parting Shot, and it's going to get blocked because of my Clear Amulet. Earthquake's just going to miss out on the KO, but that's fine, because now Petrant does not switch into Val. So that was really, really nice. That went exactly how I wanted it to go. So now I'm just doing some calcs because I'm wondering if maybe he wants to try to preserve this because he could possibly recover up later, who knows. So I was just doing some calcs, and Rock Slide always KO'd from this range, and it covered the Articuno coming in. So that's what I did. I just click Rock Slide here. I wasn't confident he was going to give me this, but at this point, I think sacking this is definitely the right play. See, I Rock Slide. He Linglet Chains again, and unfortunately doesn't get the 50% poison 2 times in a row, which actually ends up mattering, this, as you'll see later. So I do sincerely apologize for that. That was very, very unfortunate not to get it twice, because it's 50% they say. The Petrite goes down, which is really nice for my Iron Valiant. That means I can comfortably just always click Close Combat, and it's unresisted now. But unfortunately this thing comes back in, and once again I just can't defend against it. So I have no choice but to sack my Gyarados. It was the only reason why I kept it around, just for one more round of Intimidate on this. Because I wasn't ready to give my Ursaluna up, even though it did its job of taking out Petrant. I thought I still might need this for Terapagos. Because Pups just got so many threats on this team. So I go into my Gyarados. I don't know why I'm thinking about it. It's the only play to make. I guess I was worried about him Swords Dancing, but that wouldn't have mattered because of my Scarf Glamora. So I go into my Gyarados here. We get the Intimidate, and we do end up just dropping to a Close Combat. Like it's the freest click of all time, because even if I go Val, you outspeed me unless I'm Scarf or Booster, and you would have seen that I'm not Booster. So Gyarados goes down, but honestly Gyarados, you did great. You saved me from an unburdened sweep that I wasn't prepared for, so thank you. I considered going Val here and bluffing the Scarf, but I felt like that was too risky, so I go into my Glamora, who is Scarf, and then I've sort of got two options here. I can Sludge Wave and carry this, but I really didn't think that he would keep it in. And I felt like Articuno was kind of the only swap, because he wants to preserve his Terapagos Terra Shell. So I also was expecting the Articuno to be Boots, so I wasn't quite sure, depending on his investment, that Sludge Wave would 2 KO. So I did some calcs, and after the special defense drop, Power Gem was always a 2-hit KO on Hawlucha, so I feel like that was my best play. If he stayed in, it dies the next turn. If he goes Terapagos, it breaks a shell, and if he goes Articuno, it just absolutely annihilates it. So that's what I do. I click Power Gem, and you'll see in a second here, he does end up swapping. So I was like, cool, I made the right play. And he goes in the Articuno, which does reveal to not be Boots, which I wasn't expecting. So maybe Sludge Wave would have been fine. But oh well, it is what it is. We take this thing out, and that thing drops, which is really nice, because Pups been going absolutely crazy with that Articuno. Huge respect for that. But yeah, Articuno goes down, so yeah, that's really, really good. Terapagos comes in, as I was expecting, because he doesn't actually know that I'm Scarf yet. And I really wanted to just attack this and break its shell, but if he Earth Powers and kills my Glamora, I lost to Hawlucha. Like, I straight up lost from that point. So I was kind of looking at my guys and his guys, and I was like, shit, I actually think I lose. I was struggling to find a way out. I was expecting him to spin here, so maybe I could have Power Gens, but then again, if I did, I wouldn't have KO'd the next turn. Like, I would have outsped because I'm Scarf, but 2 Power Gems did not KO this. And yeah, if Glamora went down, I was screwed. So I considered going Val, like hard swapping Val on maybe an Earth Power, but I was expecting him to spin, so I was like, no, then he's just going to outspeed me the next turn. We're getting laggy again, I'm so sorry. But yeah, as he does indeed spin, so I was like, well, shit. He's probably just going to Calm Mind or Starstorm here. Either way, I was in trouble. So I knew that my only way out here was for a Body Slam Para. I swear it wasn't laggy at this point before. Anyway, the game's almost done. I already gave my recommendation to watch Pups side instead, so if you're still watching this, it's on you at this point. But yeah, so my only way out of this game was to get the Body Slam Para. It was not this bad last time. I don't know what's anyway. Body Slam. To unfortunately get the first part. It was my only way out. It was I could do, and unfortunately with the process, I think that just seals the deal for me. Pause because I recorded. I thought I recorded this post-con once, and I fucking wasn't recording. Hopefully that's okay. I don't know why it's doing that. My computer sucks. Anyway, so I just let my Ursula go down there, no reason to keep it alive. And yeah, since I got the paralysis on the Terrapagos, I'm able to outspeed with close combat and just take this thing out. And it's just GG from this point. There's absolutely nothing Pup can do because of my Scarf Glamora. So yeah, I'm so sorry. If you do happen to be watching this, I sincerely apologise. I'm the first to admit when I win 2 hacks, and I think, you know, despite what some people want to say about me versus Onesie, this is the first game this season where I lost without hacks, like no doubt in my mind. I do this vacuum wave just for a little bit of chip on this, but it's the game's gone. Scarf Glamora just cleans up because CC never kills barring a crit. If he did crit, would have been absolutely deserved. But yeah, like I can probably skip to the end because this is shit. Oh, apologies. But yeah, we just go Glamora and we seal the game off with Sarge Wave here. But that's going to be the game. Sorry to Pup, and sorry for anyone watching. This video sucks. Next week will be better. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. That puts us at 6-1 for the season, which is really nice. Be a good game with Pup. Apologies again, and yeah, see you guys later. This is fine. See ya. Cheers.